Howdy everybody in YouTube land, Yakate, Gross, aus Texas. Hey folks, Johnny Practical Nurse. I got something I want to show you here, okay? Now, a lot of y'all remember how I've been shooting some firearms towards some armor down range, and some people kind of had some disbeliefs, or kind of like, well, are you sure, blah, blah, blah. Well, people, proof's in the pudding. I can't do magic with this thing. This is my Android, for crying out loud, okay? So, I'm not tricky with photography or any of that kind of stuff. If you see me make a mistake, I try to correct it right when we're doing the take, because it's all about one take for me. It is what you see it as, okay? So today, I got something for you. Those of you who are like fans of the 7N6, which is me too, great bullet, was designed for soft tissue. You can still get it at a pretty good price. People like 1,080 rounds for less than $300, which kind of comes out to less than 30 cents a round. You know, so but just it'd be nice if we could get it back. But folks, let's up the ante on this test, okay? Now, if you read the specs on that ammunition, and trust me, it's not just that ammunition we're testing today, you will find out that it allegedly, and I use that term with some precaution there, will penetrate 6 millimeters of armor. But it did not say at what distance, which I'm finding out is a big thing because I got my friend who's come over and helped me do some testing. It does not say what the length of the barrel is. It does not say what kind of armor. It just says it penetrates 6 millimeter armor. So I want to take you down range first of all and introduce you to the steel plate here, okay? Got a little caliper here though, folks. I want to show you this, okay? Let's take a walk down range, amigos. All right, folks. And you don't see that. That is for another day's test. Okay. Easter egg. Spoiler alert, whatever the expression is. So let me show you what we got here, folks. Okay, so for today, let me try to do this. I could use 3 hands, honestly. So today, but here is our steel plate. Okay, steel plate. Behind it, we got the good old proverbial 5-gallon bucket held with a bungee cord. Okay, let me try something here real quick. Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe who's coming. Hi, Henry. It's Henry, the range duck. Okay, he's a little camera shy. All right, folks, hold on. Let me quack, quack, buddy, quack, quack. Let me prop this up a little bit better. Henry, can you hold that? Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. You're awesome. You're the range duck. So, got my handy dandy caliper here, folks. Turn it on. Now I'm gonna set this up for millimeters here. It's set up inches when you turn on. Millimeters. I don't know how well you can see that, but millimeters. Zero it just to be accurate. So I don't know, I can't remember, folks, what the name of this type of metal. It's steel. Okay, so you got magnet there. Okay, it's steel. This is the stuff that here in Texas we use for barbecue grills. Like for the floor and whatnot, or the barbecue, and then you put a little bit of wood or something next to it. But let me show you what I'm getting here for a measurement. All right, if you can see that, 6.20. Let me get down here so you can see it again. And again, folks, I apologize. Could usually use a cameraman. Hopefully that's in the near future. Okay, that time I got 6.01 because this is the stuff that's got the little dimples on there. Let me shut this off. And 6.01, folks. So that's 6 millimeters. It's got the little dimples on there, so there's a little raised area, but not much. We're going to try this out, okay? Let's walk on back. You'd be amazed what you learn how to do with 1 or 2 hands doing this kind of stuff by yourself. Alrighty. Let's head on back, folks. Let's head back down range. Again, people, I am using NIJ standards, 45 feet. Because like I said, I have discovered, you know, by asking, because people don't post it sometimes, I will get on their channels and see them do these tests. And then I will ask them, let me see if I can get that back over there. I will ask them, what was the distance you were using? I want y'all to be able to see that, so I need to know how far to scoot away here. Okay, I don't want to be in the picture shot here, people. It is a bright, sunny, beautiful day here. I'm hoping that'll get it. Glare there. Hoping that'll get it. Let me scoot my tables back here. Let me show you what I got for ammunition here, folks. All right, and for the old firearms. Your celebrities for the day are Frankenstein, my AKM Romanian Wasser, the one that when I first got it, everyone laughed at it and said you'll never hit anything, took it to a public range. They were almost telling me to get lost. How dare you spoil this range with that kind of rifle, blah, blah, blah. And there goes my AK-74 mag for my Romanian Wasser. I'm sorry, from my Saiga. Sorry about that, Saiga, if you're watching. Loaded with 7 and 6, all right? So, okay, what I got in here, folks, 7.60 by 39. I've got the military grade stuff, the 123. You're just bound and determined, aren't you, to take a dive here. 7.60 by 39, 123 grain, mil-spec. This stuff right here, folks, made in Russia, came from SG Ammo. Thank you, Scott. I think what he does is every so often, he'll order so much, a batch, mil-spec stuff, and then hey, I got some, all right on. So that's my first round. My second round is a typical Tula round, folks. For my AR, representing 5.56, the XM193 round. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the American Eagle stuff, and then right down in there is the green tip M855 ball, okay, from IMI, Israeli 62 grain stuff. Alrighty, let me try to set this over where y'all can see it here. Again, people, I apologize for the camera work, but it is what it is. It would be nice to have a nerd out here. Let me try to scoot this over a tad bit and see what we got. I am thinking y'all can probably see that now and get myself out of the way. Safety first, safety always, folks. Yes, I know I forgot my eye protection. It is what it is. I better be able to blink fast, huh? All right. First up, folks, the AR. My beautiful Frankenstein, comprised of Palmetto State Armory lower, Radical Firearms upper, right here in Texas, 16-inch barrel, 1-7 twist. I'm going to shoot, folks, for the upper right corner. Notice there's 4 corners there, okay? First one, people, is going to be the XM 193 round. The second one, 62 grain. Alrighty. All right, folks. Next one is the AKM. First round being the mil-spec ammunition, 123 grain. Like I said, way to go, Scott. SG Ammo. The next one's just a regular Tula round. All right, folks. Now, oops. That'll teach me to bump my gums when I... Okay, whoever got me this mag, don't ever get me this type of mag again. All right. So this time, folks, we're going to be shooting for, let's say, the bottom right corner, okay? And here come the peacocks. Great. Every time I make noise, they're always curious. All right. Bolts go back open. All right, folks, moment of truth. Remember, people, that was 6 millimeters of... Hi, Shock. That was 6 millimeters of steel, okay? 6 millimeters. 7 and 6 rounds. 2 of them, downrange. Upper left-hand corner. And the thing just fell over, so hold on. Let's walk down range. That was only 1 round, people, but I think the bungee cord snapped. Hold on. Let's go have a look. It's kind of funny how the peacocks will, every time there's noise, the peacocks will, holy crud. Holy crud. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Some of y'all are not going to doubt this, but here we are. I'm going to show you this. Let me get down here. All right, so you remember, people, now I know this kind of looks a little bit backwards. This was the 7N6 round. Can y'all see that? That definitely penetration, 6 millimeters, people, of steel. 7N6, 7N6 round, okay? The upper over here, you can definitely tell, these were the 5.56 ammunition. One of these was the 62, I want to say this was the 62 grain, the bottom one, and I want to say that was the 193 round. Down on the bottom here, let me try to set this down, folks, so you can see it, and I can hold this at the same time. So down on the bottom, people, I'm not sure which is which, people, but one was the mil-spec and one was the Tula. Okay, and I probably should have painted this white so y'all can see this a little better. Back this up a tad bit. 7N6, we know it passed through, okay. These were the two 5.56, and you can definitely tell the difference in the holes and everything they made. This seemed to have a little bit harder time. This one right here seemed to zip right through. This one's got a little bit of jaggedness to it. And these two right here, people, are the 7.62 by 39 ammunition. Wow. Let me show you something else. Hold on. I'm going to move that. And I have fragments in here. And I got a really destroyed bucket. I want to thank Cindy. She has a business, and I can't remember the darn name of her business, folks, but she's very sweet. She's the one who provides me the buckets. And Casey Smith over there in Lampasas, he has a construction company. And for the life of me, he gave me a business card, and it must have flew out the window or something like that, but I'll try to remember that next time. Okay, people, so this is lead. What's left of lead right here? Again, you have some lead. Look at that. Here we have a copper jacket. And here we have Capitan Jacques. Okay, so, well, folks, so 6 millimeters, people, 6 millimeters of steel. And that ended up in the bucket. So kudos to 7N6. Finally, people, I've actually proven something partially right. Now, again, people, it did not, when they make those tests, people, that information, they did not say, you know, from what distance. Again, I used NIJ standards, 45 feet, 15 yards, using 6 millimeter steel. It is what it is, folks. I think that's actually pretty awesome, okay? Because I know some people who use what we call down here redneck tech, who use that kind of metal to like armor up their vehicles and stuff, kind of like doomsday prepper type people. Now you have some evidence there, okay, of what exactly it will do. Now, that said, folks, let me spin this thing around again so you can see. You can see it really good. I can't remember what kind of metal they call this. It is steel, but this right here, okay? Anyway, if you remember, please put it in the question comments below. I'm Johnny the Practical Nurse. Give you a little hope there. Me too, for that 7N6 round. Still cheaper than probably any one of the other military grade bullets there is out there. All right, still can get it plentiful. What we have, though, is what we have. I'm Johnny the Practical Nurse. Until I see you next time, out here.